In this video, we got to talk about the new Halo Infinite maps and ranked mode leaks, and there's quite a bit we got to dig into, we got to talk about, and this might be some really sick news for Halo Infinite, so let's break it all down. But the GameLeap website is the best place. If you need to climb to Onyx and beyond, you want to earn those cracked skills to absolutely dominate, do yourself a favor and go check it out right now down below. So first off, let's talk about the new Halo Infinite mode, which might be a battle royale or something similar, and it is dubbed Project Tanaka. Now, before this actually looked like it was going to be a mode that Certain Affinity, a developer, was being commissioned to make for Halo Infinite that was going to have a lot of PvE components in it. It wasn't necessarily going to be that battle royale or that multiplayer mode that we thought. However, more and more leaks have come out implying that this might actually be a PvPvE situation. If you look at these screenshots right here, these are actually leaked settings that we can see, and the quote was, "It looks like a successor to Halo 5's Warzone may be in the works with Battle Royale-like characteristics. We received these screenshots recently and know others have too." And if we look in there, we see respawn and drop pod, use sudden death, number of team remaining to trigger sudden death, use individual life pools, starting deployment keys, and the containment zone enabled, and some other factors there. Now, if we combine this with some extracted voice lines from a string list in Halo Infinite, we can see some like objective complete, territory controlled, objective lost, enemy extracted. There's even attack, destroy weak points by any means necessary, shield down, your ship is vulnerable, or offense, detonate a bomb at a site on the enemy ship. A lot of this seems pretty interesting. I'm particularly interested when we dig in right here and it says request denied, not enough scrap, capture sled, escort sled, Spartan IDs uploaded, carrying %I enemy Spartan IDs, headhunt database, hunt and collect Spartan IDs. So if we connect all these little bits and pieces together, specifically Certain Affinity is going to be making a game mode where it's something like a battle royale or a mode where you're up against enemies, but there is AI elements in that. So imagine a complete huge battlefield, battle royale style, but there's little objectives you could accomplish, enemies you could kill, things you could capture, and even objectives to maybe even hunt down other Spartans, real players. And ultimately, that can give you some sort of advantage that leads to objectives or fighting the enemy, or that's how you earn guns. Maybe that's how you get upgrades with weapons. That's how they balance the weapons. It's not gonna just be a straight up drop-in battle royale style where you just go at each other and kill each other. There's gonna be a lot of sub things that can happen in between there, and maybe even a lot of AI elements or enemy elements on the battlefield. And I think that that is really interesting. Now, it's very hard to know how this is gonna look, how this is gonna play, and whether or not this is something that was just a conceptual idea or fragments of different game modes that are coming down the line. It is incredibly hard to get a clear sight of what is real, what is fake, and what is actually the end product when these are just leaks, but it's really all we got, so we can only speculate. Now, one of the big things that a lot of people have said consistently is we don't want a battle royale or a battle royale type mode because it gets 343's attention off the game. Like, they wouldn't mind it, but 343 needs to focus up. But the fact that they're actually commissioning a different studio to do this and work on this solely, I like that. I think that that's a good thing to do, and it's good if you want to actually expand to some other aspects. Might as well put that into a different development team. Don't take away from your current fighting force, your current development force. And yeah, I really want to pass the question off to you. How does this sound to you? Does it sound exciting? Does it sound like just a big waste of time? Or if you could actually make the rules, how would you make a mode that is something like PvPvE? Let me know down below. Now, before we leave, we got to talk about some unreleased maps that got leaked. If we look at these maps, these are all placeholder maps, but this is Basalts, Cataract, Forbidden, Beltway, and Solitude, and they look interesting. We don't really get the full picture. They're bright and colorful, and in a lot of ways, they look like some maps that we've already seen in history of Halo. I think the bottom looks like Guardian, if I recall, and the one in the top right, oh man, I wish I fucking remembered names of maps, but They look pretty similar to a lot of the maps that exist. At least a couple of them do, and then a couple of them don't, specifically the one on the top left and the one on the mid right. Those are interesting. I'm actually curious as to which of these have been scrapped and which of these are going to be pushed through. I mean, especially after Behemoth got put on, you know, the back burner for ranked, I would just love it if they would just push through a surprise freaking map. Just push it through. Push through something. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be amazing. Just anything will do. If I could ask anything of 343, it would be to not sandbag anything, okay? It just don't do it. But definitely let me know what you think about these unreleased maps and what big Halo map do you want to see remade for Halo Infinite. I really want to hear your opinion about that right now, but go to the GameLeap website for all the tips, tricks, and advanced guides that you just won't find anywhere. If you want to improve, there's only one place to go, and that's the GameLeap website, so do yourself a favor and go check it out right now, down below.